So today we'll be cutting a pencil skirt. The measurements we'll be needing for this skirt is displayed on the screen. So firstly, I'll be bringing up my waist measurement, my hip measurement. My hip measurement divided by 4. I place over my hip is 40 inches, and I divided by 4, it gave me 10 inches. I placed it and added 2 inches allowance. So this is how to know the quantity of material to fold into, because I folded my fabric into. Right now I am bringing up the full length of my skirt. The full length of my skirt is 41, but I'm marking at 40 inches. This is because my waist is going to carry a waistband of 2 inches. When you add the waistband of 2 inches to the 40, it gives you 42. So the joining allowance is from the top and bottom minus 1 inch out of it, so I'll be left with 41. This is me making my the full length of my outfit. So right now I'm bringing up my hip line. The distance between my hip to between my waist to my hip is 10 inches, so I'm marking at 10 inches. Then after that I'll be marking my knee line. The distance between my waist to my knee is about 20. That's what I marked, depending on your own. So I brought up my knee line, and then these are the the three lines I have here. The first one, this one now, is the hip line. The next one is the knee line. Yeah, this is the knee line. And then the last one is the full length of the skirt. Yes, I'll still go ahead to bring out my waistline because there's a waist. The start of this fabric is my waistline, which is this. So on my waistline, I'll be dividing my waist into 4. My waist is 39. I divided in 4, and it gave me about how many inches? I don't know. Let's see what it gives me. So at this point I placed what it gave me and added 2 inches allowance. This is for ease allowance. Okay, this is me bringing out my marking, identifying my waistline to avoid confusion. So I added 2 inches allowance for that waistline. Then I come on to my hip line. My hip line is 40. 40 divided by 4 is 10. Yeah, I have that offhand. So I placed the 10 on my hip line and added 2 inches allowance. Yeah, this is me adding 2 inches allowance to it. And then my knee line, I minus 5 inches from my waist from my hip line, and it gave me 40. Where my hip, okay, sorry, my hip line was 45, so I minus 5 inches from my hip line. It gave me 10, so I marked the 10 and added 2 inches allowance. So this is it. My waist is 39, my hip is 45, and then I minus 5 inches from my hip line to get my knee line, which is 40. Yes, please just take note of that. Sorry for the mistake. So this is me connecting the lines, that's from from my waistline to my knee line. And then as for the knee line down to the full length of the skirt, I am making a straight line. You can see that from the waist to the knee it is curved, but from the knee down to the full length it is straight up. So this is me cutting right out. I am done with my front block. This is my front block. I just completed my front block and I'm cutting out. I'm going to use the front block to cut the back block. So all I'm going to do right now is just to take out this one, fold in two like I folded, and bring out my zipper allowance. So let's just watch. Yeah, this is me placing my front block on my back block and bringing out 2 inches allowance. This 2 inches is for zipper allowance. Yes, I'm bringing it out for my zipper allowance, and that's all for that. So right now I'm going to just go ahead and cut out this waist, this pattern, because it's quite simple. Yeah, here I don't need to do much. The front and back are the same. The only difference is just that the back is carrying 2 inches zipper allowance. So this is me going right around and cutting out my back. But hold on, don't be too fast, don't be in a haste. There's something I did here on this back that I would like you to take note of. But if you're sewing for a slim person or for someone who doesn't have a big butt, you can skip it and just use the straight line as your zipper allowance. But for here, this is for, I'm creating a vacuum, I'm creating a space for my butt to sit properly on my, for the skirt to sit properly on the butt. Yeah, so this is me going down from my hip line. I marked at my hip line, and I went down by 4 inches and still went up by 4 inches. Yeah, this space now, this curve I'm trying to create at the back is to enable the butt to sit comfortably. Although this person is not really fat or bootylicious, yeah, but I just want the skirt to sit very well on her butt, like on her body. I want it to be shapy. So if you want your skirt to be shapy, just try this method. But if you can't go with this method, just do the straight, the normal one you can do by just adding the zipper. Although one thing is to cut, like I always say, one thing is to cut and another thing is to sew. I'm going to take us through the process of sewing this skirt. So I'm going to take us to the process of sewing the skirt to show us how I sew it. Okay, so remember that this 2 inches allowance I gave, I came down after coming down by 4 inches up and down from the hip line. I still gave an allowance of 1 inch. Yes, this way down I added it's still remaining 1 inch. I only took away 1 inch. So let's just say that that 1 extra inch was what I added as the board, what I used for the board space. So the rest of the top and the rest of the down part of this skirt, the extra 1 inch there is still for running it. So I'm going to, after this one now, after cutting this piece out, I'm going to place our fabric, our main pattern on our lining and cut the same as the skirt, the same as the pattern. Yes, it's still going to be the same. Yeah, this is the lining. I'm placing the lining over and then just tracing. This is like tracing, is the same thing. I just place the lining on fold and place my pattern over it, and I am cutting equally. This one now, I am not doing any overlapping below. I am cutting equally. Everything is equal. Yes, this is for us. I'm going to pause this video. I'm going to end this video right now. Yes, and I'm going to bring us again to the sewing part of the video. If you want to see the sewing part of the video, just stay tuned and stay glued on our page to see when I drop the video. So I did the same thing I did for the same pattern I the same way I cut the lining for the front, I did the same for the back. If you have watched this video up to this extent, I must say thank you so much for staying through, and please don't forget to like this video, share and leave a comment. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much. Just stay tuned for the next video. Bye.